Welcome to another voiceover. This is a leg workout. This is my primary quote unquote squat day. I am trialing low bar squat. For a while now, since I've squatted, I've always done high bar slash mid bar, but really giving low bar a chance here. And so far, it's been pretty okay. And I have been quote unquote on the cut, been at maintenance for a very long time as I haven't really dropped a significant amount of weight in a while. But I do want to kind of commit to really getting leaner. So with that drop in calories, my recovery just isn't going to be as great. And honestly, the primary objective is to get leaner, and I just don't want to get injured. And injury is kind of the biggest setback to progress. The more you can consistently go into the gym and make incremental progress, the better. So I think that I will do that for now. And what I have been doing is just kind of chipping away at each lift every single week, adding 5 to 10 pounds, and it's been working. Feel like I am hitting a little bit of a wall with some of the exercises, not particularly the squats, but right now I feel pretty recovered, and I think that I will just continue to truck along with the progress. So this week we did a top set of 345. Yes, my squat is quite abysmal, especially compared to my bench. But I'm not benching right now, so technically it is quite great compared to it. But 345, last warm up was 335, so very small jumps. But last week we did 335. So in a sense, kind of did two singles this week. But they're feeling quite submaximal, and that is exactly what I want. Just investing into the work capacity right now, making sure that my body can handle the amount of sets that I'm doing. And I am doing a very low volume submax approach with the primary lifts. And this is primarily because, I do have a injury history, and I just ain't built for strength training or the primary lift. I joke about that, but proportionately, I don't think that I am. I'm a taller individual, but that really isn't an excuse, and this is probably me just coping. But I mentioned in a video prior to this that I believe that I am a little bit more muscular than I am strong. So the amount of muscle I have is relatively larger than my strength levels. So just based off of how I look and how much I weigh, I believe I should be stronger, but I just ain't. So, but we're going to continue to kind of chip away at it. I love training for strength. I just ain't good at it. And I know that right now, the gym is a primary priority, but it isn't the primary priority. Life as an adult, you have to prioritize other things outside of the gym. And I mean, a part of me wished that I had prioritized the gym earlier in my younger days, and really try to find a balance with that and, a lot of the other things I was doing. But we're here now, and we're still grinding, and we're still making progress. So this is the biggest and most muscular I have been, despite all of the variables. So we'll keep trying to truck along, and hopefully we get one day where we can make the gym the priority. That is always the goal. If I can surround my life around lifting weights, that would be great. I just really love the gym that much. But with the current program that we're on right now, just trying to keep the joints healthy, hang on to and build as much muscle as possible, while losing the body fat. I feel like so far it's been really great. I have retained, I think, the majority of my muscle, and I've lost a lot of gut weight, water weight, and definitely some body fat for sure. But I do feel smaller, but my legs are looking leaner. Abs are slowly starting to come back, and under the right lighting, I definitely have some abs. Just surrounded by a bit of body fat. So, but one of the workouts that have really been kicking my ass is the one on screen right now. Is the single leg standing leg press. This one, every single time I switch legs, I kind of pause for a little bit and I question my will to live, because this exercise is just brutal. And I think in general, just any single leg lunge variation, split squat, whatever you want to call it, is just very soul defining. So if you don't have a split squat / lunge in your workout program right now, highly recommended. It really assists with building your mental resilience, and of course it helps even out your imbalances, either in your knees, your hips, whatever it may be. Glute works your glute medius, right? It does everything. So really loving those and making steady progress on that, and making pretty steady progress on everything. So and if you're thinking about how to progress in a program, one of the simplest way, and I'm kind of doing it, kind of not really, but is just do a double progression. Set a rep range, start with a specific amount of weight. If you can get the first set for the end range of that rep range with that weight, then next week you go up a little bit and you go for that target rep range. If you can't get that target rep range or the end range of that rep scheme, then you don't increase the weight the following week. So and you can either do that for both sets, or what I like to do is to do it set by set. So if the first set I target is 12 reps and I get 12 reps, I'll increase that first set the next week. And then if I did not get that target rep range for the second set, I will not increase the weight next week. And this really comes down to you tracking all of your weights and reps. But pretty much rambling at this point. We'll probably make a little bit more targeted videos on those, but these are just training vlogs at this time. As I kind of settle into getting more comfortable with these, I'll do a little bit more educational videos, things that are a little bit more structured. So but that is it for this one. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.